So today we're going to look at 5 common reasons that players miss easy shots. Now I've done a video similar to this before, but I thought today we'd have a look again at some very common reasons that I'm seeing all the time that cause players to miss these easy shots. And also it's good because people seem to really like the way that I say 5. So I've got 3 cameras set up. I've got one looking over the table, so we've got the overhead view, another one that I'm talking to now, and I've got the head cam on as well so that we can have a good look at these shots as I play them. So let's go through these 5 common reasons. Right, so the first common thing that will cause players to miss shots is they've got an excellent chance like this, the balls are nicely spread about, and the first reason is that players change their mind down on the shot. So they might get down to the shot, you can see here I'm going to play a little stun shot to hold for the black, then they think, no, actually I'll play a top spin shot, no, actually I'll play the stun shot, and then by the time they play the shot, they realise that they've missed the pot. So changing your mind down on the shot, really important that you get rid of that bad habit. If you get down to the shot, so if we just set this red up again, so let's set up a similar shot there. So the same kind of idea. The really important thing to do is if you get down to a shot, so if I was to get down to this and I think, right, I'll play a stun shot, no, actually I'll roll it. You must get back up off the shot again, decide that, no, I am going to play a stun shot this time, get down to the shot, address the ball in the correct place to play a stun shot, and then you can play the shot, and hopefully that time you'll pot the ball. Okay, so on to reason number 2. Now I've potted that red nicely. I've now got a shot on the black that I can walk around and have a look at this shot on the black. And the second common reason that players will miss shots is they do most of their aiming when they're down on the shot. So let's walk round to this one and have a look what I mean when I say you're doing your aiming down on the shot. What tends to happen is players have got a black like this, they're quite happy with their position, they're nice and pleased that they're on the black, and then we get down to the shot and you can see players doing this to try and aim the black, going, I think it's about there, and then when they play the shot, they've got it just a little bit wrong, and the black doesn't go into the pocket. So again, what's incredibly important, let's get this black back again, set myself up with a very similar shot. So what's incredibly important here is that I do most of my aiming here. Talked about this in lots of other videos, but what you don't want to feel like is if you get down to a shot and you feel like the angle is wrong and you're having to change it like this, again, get back up off the shot and try and do your aiming again from this position. Almost all of your aiming is done from this overhead position, and then when you get down you want to feel like you've just got straight down to the shot, you're happy with it, you do some waggles, you pull back, you play the shot, and that time the black has gone in nicely. So make sure you're not doing your aiming when you're actually down on the shot. Right, so reason number 3, I've set myself up so that I'm back on a red ball here. Now reason number 3 is that you're not doing enough checks when you're down on the shot. And what I mean by that is that a player might get down to the shot and then just play the shot very quickly without actually really looking at the shot that they're about to play. So if I set the red up again, where it is here, we want to make sure that we've done quite a few checks when we get down to the shot. So just like in the last tip, we're going to look at the line of the shot here, and then when I get down, I'm using this time now to go, right, am I aiming, use my Q-tip pointed on this cue ball where I want it to, so is it going to hit the correct point of the cue ball? Then I'll look up at the red and make sure that, do I think I'm going to strike this red ball where I want it? Is my white ball going to go to where I want it to go there? And I'll do a few checks there. The other ones I'm doing is I'm making sure I'm going, right, does my cue look like it's moving backwards and forwards nice and straight? That's another important check. And then when I've done all those checks, I can pull the cue back and play my shot nice and positively. So make sure you're spending enough time down on the shot, doing those checks so that you really feel like you've gone through those important points that I just made there. We're checking we're aiming on the white where we want to. We're checking the object ball, which in that case was the red, and we're checking to make sure the cue is moving straight and we feel nice and comfortable, ready to play the shot. Now this next shot I've got on the black here is a great example of tip number 4, which is don't get too anxious on the shot. So it's very easy to look at a shot like I've got on this black here. You can see I've finished a bit too close to the side cushion, which means I'm going to have to bridge off the cushion here. So it's easy to look at a shot like this now, let a little bit of anxiety creep in and think, I don't like the shot, I want the shot over with, and then it makes you rush all of the things that we've just been talking about in this video. So it means that sometimes players will get down, they don't do their pre-shot routine, they don't do enough aiming checks, they don't make sure that they've been nice and calm and pulled the cue back smoothly. So don't let anxiety creep in. We know the shot's a bit more difficult, but if you do everything right, you'll give yourself the best possible chance of potting the ball. So I'll find my line here. I'm going to bring the white back just a little tiny bit so I'm hitting below centre. Keep nice and smooth. Make sure you keep still. And that gives you the best possible chance of potting that ball. So when you've got a shot that you don't like, when that little bit of anxiety is creeping in and you think, I'd rather not be in this position, take one little extra breath, make sure you do pre-shot routine. If you do everything right, you give yourself the best possible chance of potting that ball. And now this brings us on to our fifth and final tip here, which is that players will hit shots too hard. So there's a couple of reasons that we don't want to hit shots too hard. One is that we're trying to control this cue, and the harder that we play the shot, the harder it is for us to keep the cue in a straight line and have extra control. We don't have to accelerate this cue too quickly. The second thing is that when you're playing a shot like this, especially to the middle, I'm going to attempt to pot this red. If I just catch one of the jaws and I'm hitting the shot very hard, there's every chance that the ball will catch one of the jaws and bounce away from the pocket and come back out again. So this would be the common mistake that you'll see players get down onto a shot like this. They're aiming up the shot and they hit the shot far too hard, and you can see that I got on the blue, I almost potted it, but there was no chance at that speed that the object ball was going to go into the pocket. So let's have a look at this shot. So I'm going to play this much softer this time. I'm just going to accept that if I play little holding shot, I'll leave a shot on the black, not hitting the shot too hard. So this means I can aim now to the middle. I haven't got to hit as hard. I can keep still, let the red go towards the pocket, and at that speed I've got every chance there that I can control my cue better first and foremost, and then at the speed that I'm playing the object ball to the pocket, there's every chance that it will go into that middle pocket because I haven't hit it too hard and it won't bounce around. As always, everybody, I really hope you found this video useful. These are just some key things that I wish I would have known about when I first started playing. These key things that you can be doing that can suddenly just accelerate your game just by paying that little bit of extra attention to forming some of these good habits that I've talked about in this video today. So as always, if you did enjoy this video, remember to give it a like. Also, if you're new and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. That just really helps me to keep this content coming. If anyone's interested in booking any personal one-to-one sessions on the table, I'm really busy with those sessions now, so please send me an email or a WhatsApp message, and I'd love to get you booked in and help with your game on the table. I do lots of half-day sessions. That's very popular, where the sessions are filmed, so you've got all the videos to go away with. I also do full written reports for players with before and after pictures of their technique and exactly what we've changed and worked on. So for anyone that's interested in that, as I say, please get in touch. And as always, everybody, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.